this morning. Happy Sunday. Look at you, Dartbreaker. 3-stream streak. Thank you very, very much. That's amazing. Draven Raw, how are you? Zombie Guts, how are you doing, darling? Maeve, good afternoon. Moon over Miami and Joshua Reese, hello. How are we today, guys? Oh, I hope we're doing good. Yes, I'm excited for today. I have been looking so forward to this morning's coffee chat. I really have. You're freezing. Oh no. Zombie Guts, how have you been? How is things? Oh, hello, Brian's Horror Corner. Good morning. Deadwalk. Remember, guys, live chat. If you're over there on YouTube and watching live chat, you want to make sure you're on that, not top chat. And I'm really excited to bring you guys the deep dive into the stuff. We're going to unravel the stuff. Is it a sweet treat or a sinister scheme? I eat ice cream when it is cold. I eat ice cream when it is cold as well. Draven Roll. Brains. Exactly, Deadwalk. Exactly. I am great. I miss you, Zombie Guts. I hope the kids are doing good. I hope everyone in your household is doing wonderful. It is really nice to see you. I love ice cream, even in the winter. I get blizzards in the winter. Yeah, I do. I don't care. Good morning, Cereal. How are you? Brains are mighty delicious. Hold on. I forgot to do that. Ooh, there we go. There we go, my goals. I almost forgot to turn shit off. Last minute turning stuff off because last CCOH I had the shit scared out of me, which wasn't a bad thing, but I almost spilled my coffee, which was fucking sacrilegious, all over this. All over this. And that would not have been good. Oh, yeah. You've been surviving. Kids keep you busy. That's good. Well, I'm glad you're surviving. I'm glad you're busy, but it is really nice to see you, Zombie Guts. I just wanted you to know that you are missed, and I'm very happy to see you. Hi, Steve. How are you? So, yes, if you are watching over on YouTube, make sure you're on live chat. Also, make sure to hit that like button. I mean, seriously, if you're not already liking this shit, do it now. If you're over on Twitch, I will remind you guys that all the sounds and alerts, fuck me running, that's loud, are off at the moment. Streamloots as well, because this is our talk show. We don't like to be interrupted. And I'm a squirrel. My brain is a squirrel, and I kind of lose track anyways, so we try to keep it to a minimum. Good morning, Reaper. And that's my partner in crime, a Reaper 1923. He creates these beautiful images that you will see on CCOH when we deep dive into it. He creates these for me every week. Every week. Like and subscribe, motherfuckers. Thanks, Serial. Yes. Well, I think Serial is definitely talking about over on YouTube. See, Reaper 1923, there he is. He is my partner in crime when it comes to CCOH. We work and create this together. I do the research. He does the graphic art. Monster and Ed, how are you? I am on both Twitch and YouTube, but yes, you can catch me here for CCOH, and on Wednesday nights you can catch me here as well. I try to put that shit on everything. I'm like Frank's Red Hot Sauce, you know? I try to. By the way, during CCOH, I want to make you guys aware that you can ask questions. I don't want you to think that you cannot ask any questions during the CCOH. I bring the CCOH to you guys because 1, I love horror. 2, I love deep diving into horror. I research it in my spare time. However, I don't expect you guys to be quiet. I want you guys to chat, ask questions, bring up things. That's the whole point of this show, is to talk about horror, discuss horror, and learn more about our favorite scary movies. Except you don't put hot sauce on anything. No, I don't put hot sauce on anything. I put my shit on everything, but not hot sauce. Don't like hot sauce. I'm fine. I am like a fine stuck up wine, so tasty yet judgmental. People say we monkey around. How is that happening? I turned all of them off. Interesting. Anyways, dead walks went off as well, which was strange because I turned them all off. But anyways, I refreshed it. I don't know what the fuck is going on. Ah, there's Lumia. Lumia is just entering. That son of a bitch. Yeah, that son of a bitch. That's what's happening right now. Is Lumia just arrived over on the Twitch side of things. Yours didn't? No, yours is in Firebot. That's why. Firebot is, I just auto turned it off. On Firebot, I don't have to worry about, right? Monkeys, dead walks are all in Lumia because of the light changes. Good morning, Moon. How are you? Good morning, Monkey. How are you? Everything seems a little delayed on Twitch, and it might be. Twitch always has some sort of shenanigans afoot. There's always shenanigans afoot. I don't understand it. But there is shenanigans afoot. Lumia is late to class today. Yes, it did not understand the assignment for today. It did not. You're good. You're at work today. Oh, nice, Moon. Nice. Well, I hope your day at work goes well. Yeah, Lumia was on before I was making popcorn. Yeah, interesting. It just showed that it just said Lumia is in chat now, so I don't know. Maybe she disconnected. So I spent $900 on lights. My room is worthy. Saturday Night Fever now. Oh, that's fucking awesome. That is awesome. I don't have that much lights, but I am in a murder basement, and we don't want to, shine too much light on the blood that's laying on my floor because then you get in trouble. I love popcorn. Well, I want in Lumia. Damn it. I can do that. You want your blood red? All right, I can do that, Stereo. I will definitely do that. All over you like that stupid slime show. I can turn your lights red when you come in. I'll work on that and add you to Lumia. Because, yeah, you go through Firebot. Just like with a lot of other people, they go through Firebot. And, yeah, you were here for both. You were. You definitely were. Now that everybody is here, let's dive in. We're going to have a little disclaimer and then my little thing, and then you want blood to fall from the ceiling. Don't we all? I would love to be showered in blood, but that's just not feasible. However, an overlay of blood I could probably do. Yeah. You ever see Govee curtain lights? Yes, I have. Monster. Is that what you have, is Govee? I've seen them all over the place. Raining blood, yeah, who doesn't? That's how I look, young this whole time, as I bathe in blood. Dr. Herbert West did really good in basically creating a mixture of synthetic and human blood to keep that virgin blood going, because I don't want to have to murder children. And well, adults, there is no virgin blood in that. Good morning, Botan. How are you? So we do have, Dr. Herbert West working away. I also want bouncing boobs across the screens. I'm so needy. I am trying to find a streaking character that doesn't have a dong flying through the air. I am, so that when we do streak, it streaks across the stream, but I have to do it to where there's no dong or boobs bouncing along. Two of them linked together, 10 foot by 6, and the wall is now animated. That is pretty fucking awesome, Monster. I'm great. How are you this morning, Queen? I am fabulous, Botan. Fabulous. We've got our coffee. We are about to dive into The Stuff by Larry Cohen. May he rest in peace. He passed away in 2019. He's made a lot of awesome movies. Oh my goodness gracious, Matt Geoff, thank you so much for the Tiggle Bitties. I appreciate them. Yes, the Tiggle Bitty sound is on, and so is my follow alerts, just because they're okay. May he rest peacefully. Exactly. Great movie maker. And we're going to dive into that today. So let's head on over to Coffee Chat of Horrors.
Scary movies and coffee.
The following show is based on research on horror movies and what goes on behind the scenes of your favorite scary movies. HORDE Entertainment or ReAnimateHer is not responsible for the macabre and horror that you are about to witness. Viewer discretion is advised.
I love my disclaimer. I think I did a pretty goddamn good job in the disclaimer. Every time I hear it, I always have a smile on my face. Anyways, good morning, my daywalkers. I am ReAnimateHer, your queen of horror, and this is Coffee Chat of Horrors, the only horror show that takes its coffee like it's magic, and that is black. Today's screams come from Larry Cohen's The Stuff. Is it a sweet treat or a sinister scheme? Buckle up, ghouls, as we traverse the realms that nightmares are made of. This is an awesome film. Actually, this film turned serial killer off of anything that looks like yogurt. I don't have a command for this stuff. But if you have a suggestion for CCOH, please let me know. I am open to suggestions. If there are things that you should see in this stream for CCOH, please let me know. And don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to pop it in the chat, guys. I love information. So, yeah, it did. Good morning, Sinister. Good morning. So this movie did turn serial killer off of all things yogurt-like. And if you've never seen this stuff, I'm going to tell you, please go and find it. It's 1985 was when this film was released. And it is a great film filled with practical effects. Sinister, I am fabulous. I am fabulous. We are just deep diving into the stuff. In the realm of cult classics, one film stands out like a sticky substance clinging to its viewers' minds, and that is The Stuff. Released in 1985, this comedy horror concocted by the ingenious mind of the writer-director Larry Cohen offers a chillingly delicious premise. A sweet edible substance that tastes better than ice cream but hides a deep, dark secret. It's a predatory living organism that turns its consumers into zombies. This is one of a kind here. One of a kind. This is not body snatchers or anything like that. The Stuff is a one of a kind horror. And I say comedy horror over horror comedy. You'll notice that when I talk about specific films, I will either say it's a horror comedy because it has more horror aspects than comedy, or it will be a comedy horror where it has more comedy aspects than actual horror. Hi, Wickedy. How are you? Just like real yogurt. Yeah. Is the stuff lactose and gluten free? Yeah, basically there is no dairy inside the stuff, just so everybody can have it. How do you take over the world if it's, gluten and lactose, right? How do you take over the world? Again, a big shout out to Reaper 1923 for these awesome graphics here that you see in front of us. These are all handmade by Reaper 1923 just for Coffee Chat of Horrors. But yes, Deadwalk, I would say it is. And I would probably be one of those sons of bitches that'd be eating this shit. I'm great, Wickedy. I'm great. Is the stuff... Nah. It goes after everybody's cereal. Everybody, as you can tell. So now the stuff's origins. Let's see. The titular stuff resembles a marshmallow cream, mysteriously appearing everywhere, tempting palates with its calorie-free allure. Now, if you've seen the stuff, you remember in the beginning of the film, you've got these two old white guys. They're out there hanging out, and this one guy sees this white stuff just bubbling and pulsating, like it's just fucking pulsating up out of the ground. He's like, oh, let me stick my finger in that shit. Has nobody seen the fucking Blob back in 1958? Don't they fucking know not to touch pulsating shit? Anyways, he's like, I'm gonna dip my finger right in that and taste that shit. And he did. Before we dive in any further, I am going to show you the trailer to The Stuff, so you kind of have an idea of what it's about if you have never seen The Stuff. All right. Boom.
The stuff is here now. Great new day sensation. Light and free now. What gives you elevation? Enough is never enough. Enough is never enough of the stuff.
The stuff. The taste that makes you hungry for more. The stuff. Taste that delivers.
We interrupt this presentation with the following urgent message.
Tonight, America is in grave danger. We are under alien attack by a popular dessert known as the stuff.
Here, Jason, take some.
No, don't eat that. There is something alive in there.
Tasty.
There's something alive in yogurt. It's called benign bacteria.
If the stuff is in your house, do not eat it. If you have it on your shelves, do not sell it. If you distribute this material, close your doors, make no more sales.
Enough is never enough.
Yes, you can check out the stuff via Arrowhead if you are wanting to get your hands on the DVD or Blu-ray. Good morning, She Kratos. Good morning, Dahi. And yes, Deadwalk, why? Folks pick up random severed dicks off the sidewalk, so why not stick your finger in white mystery goo bubbling from the earth? I agree. Why? And so that opening, that scene that you just seen in the trailer where the old man is like, it's delicious or whatever, that is the start of the film. And he just sticks his finger in this pulsating goo. And he is like, let me fucking taste this shit. And he does. And he is like, this is so delicious. Like, oh, what the fuck? Who does this? Besides mechanics. Like, they do. I married one. All right. Now, the people succumb to its very addictive taste. Companies seize the opportunity and marketing it relentlessly in stores with the tagline that questions one's consumption. Are you eating it? Or is it eating you? And that is the film's tagline as well. The film delves into the sinister consequences of blind indulgence. Now, when creating this film, Larry Cohen had an inspiration for this, and we're going to go over that in just a second. Hello, DJ Mega. Reminds me of Fallout item from 4 or 76, pink goo that makes you go insane as you eat it. Because people like to put strange shit in their mouth. I don't, that's for sure. All right, so director Larry Cohen was quoted as saying, my main inspiration was the consumerism and corporate greed found in our country and the damaging products that were being sold. I was constantly reading in the newspapers about various goods and materials being recalled because they were harming people. For example, you had foods being pulled off the market because they were hazardous to people's health. Cohen also cited as his influence the sheer volume of junk food we consume every day. We continue to eat these foods despite the fact some of them are killing us. This is so true and so true today. Exactly. How little has changed. We even have worse foods now for us and we're fucking eating it by the bucketful. That's when I started thinking that the stuff could be an imaginary product. In this case, an ice cream dessert that is being consumed by millions and is doing irreparable damage to humanity. Everybody is gobbling down this yummy food. So how can it possibly be wrong for us? That is so true to this day. Like, so friggin' true to this day. And I think food today is even worse for us now than it was 20, 30, 40 years ago. And this was in 1985. So think about it then. From 1985 to now, we have even more fast food restaurant chains. We have more horrible food for your diet. Healthy food is so expensive you can't afford it, and shit food that's horrible for you that causes obesity and diabetes is fucking cheap. What the fuck? Did we not learn from the stuff? I think more people need to see the stuff. Jeez. Yeah, it's become so much worse now. It has, DJ. It definitely has. No time, funds to cook quality items anymore. No, exactly. There's no time because you're too busy working 5 jobs so you can afford the grocery store. So the quickest and easiest thing to do is either order it or buy it prepackaged from the freezer and throw it right in the oven. What's more harmful for you? Plastic that we reheat our foods up into, throwing this thing that we just pulled out of the freezer at the supermarket into the oven. How many preservatives and shit is inside of that? This movie's message is still, and that's the scary part, is still an important message today because consumerism, man, how toxic and lethal it really is, right? The horror movies making you think. That's kind of crazy. The popcorn hit the spot. I love popcorn. The trailer made you want yogurt. I was watching the stuff the other night in Discord with the Horde, and I wanted marshmallow fluff. I fucking love marshmallow fluff. It is delicious. I like mixing it with peanut butter, but every time I watch the stuff, I crave marshmallow fluff. And I think it's just because of the visual that I see. I don't crave yogurt. I crave marshmallow fluff because marshmallow fluff is a hell of a lot sweeter as well as before yogurt. Frozen yogurt is definitely good. Now, we're going to talk about a bit of the behind the scenes section as well. Right marriage of the food production sector and the industrial chemical sector has ruined our food. Yup. Cherry yogurt? Just made me want frozen custard, but it's expensive. Everything is friggin' expensive, DJ. Everything. Now, as we see, the film primarily is based in New York, and its location, actual filming, is in New York. The urban backdrop adds an authentic flavor to the narrative. Special effects wizard Steve Neal masterfully crafts scenes where the stuff is oozing and melts with eerie realism. However, the production wasn't without its challenges. Scenes involving the stuff pursuit required unconventional materials. And some of these unconventional materials were made out of a foam with blended fish bones. Yeah, it's gross. I'll tell you what part that is. Leaving actors fleeing to the rivers to escape the stench because it was disgusting. And yes, they did. A lot of that foam was created with blended fish bones. And it was smelly. And, the scene where the stuff is like just moving, that's exactly what it is. That right there is the majority of the scenes you see. And I couldn't even imagine what blended fish bones would smell like. And it's the foam from blending those fish bones. And it was all over the place, especially the movement of the stuff. It was all over the place. I was just thinking that too. Reminds me more of marshmallow fluff than yogurt. Yeah, it definitely does. Maybe fluff isn't real fluff rot, and it may not be for all we know. I don't eat lots of it, so I'm not a fucking zombie. The smell must have been ghastly. Yeah. Could you imagine? Probably not as bad as Texas Chainsaw Massacre heat in the 1970s with all the guts from the animals hanging out. Ugh. Probably not as bad. I'm offended by that, Monkey. I am offended by that. You've never had marshmallow fluff? No? Oh my God, you guys need to go out and buy a small bottle of marshmallow fluff, put it with peanut butter. It is fucking delicious if you like marshmallow. It doesn't matter. I own one. Anyways. That's okay. I have never had fluff nutter sandwich. Oh, you should. Fluff and peanut butter, guys. You'll never go back. It's delicious. Okay, so for those of you that have seen the stuff, there is a scene in the motel room where the stuff suddenly starts oozing from the bed and pillows, and it winds up attacking the man in the room. Okay, so it also oozes, the stuff also oozes up and down the wall and ceiling. This is because this scene was shot in a room engineered so that it could actually turn upside down. And we've seen this in numerous movies, especially in Nightmare on Elm Street and in The Exorcist. So there's a few that we've seen this trick pull off. And the ooze from the stuff oozing out is all done by putting the formula of the ooze of the stuff into compressor, and then they would just push on it and it would just ooze out, like almost squeezing a toothpaste bottle, right? Crinkling up the toothpaste bottle. That's how they would do the stuff in the walls. And then of course the room would be moving and turning so they could get that effect of going up and down and all around. I only like marshmallow in the s'mores, and it has to be burnt. Oh, I love marshmallow. I love the flavor of marshmallow. I love the smell of marshmallow. I'm a marshmallow whore. Don't make cereal get back on his soapbox about your ovarian privilege, Ra. I know, that was fucking hilarious. I want oozing walls and ceilings. Okay, buy a lot of marshmallow fluff and have a giant. Yeah. I feel like improperly washed asshole is the worst, and equally everyone has a butthole. You are so correct, She Kratos. Mischief Maker, good morning. The ooze was shredded condoms and KY jelly. Right? You're waiting for me to say that because almost every horror movie that has any kind of slime is usually shredded condoms and KY jelly. Hollywood has the giant stock on KY jelly. If you remember my CCOH on Alien is primarily made up, besides of the costume suit, the actual slime that you see, the moistness of the xenomorph, that is KY jelly, and her tendrils on her face are shredded condoms. Same thing with the Predator as well. So keep that in mind. Predator is made up of condoms, shredded condoms, and KY jelly. The stuff that makes Hollywood go round. It's not the flavor for you. I have texture issues. Yeah, it's soft, Draven. It's soft. So it's not like soft and chunky or anything. Ugh. I don't like liquid with chunky things in it at all. So those boba teas, that's fucking gross. But Mischief Maker, I hope you're doing well. I do. I hope you're doing well. If you are just joining us on either YouTube or Twitch, we are deep diving into Larry Cohen's The Stuff. We just get done speaking about the motel room, and I'm going to give you some of the items that they used for some of the stuff. Now, in one scene, you see the young child actually eating the stuff with his fingers and the spoon. That is more of the lines of Haagen-Dazs. Oh, before we get any further, we do have an ad break that's going to start in 56 seconds. Insert Skeletor running off after ruining something for you meme. Oh, yeah, that's not a bad idea. I'm doing good, Mischief Maker. I'm doing good. And did you know that the Predator is voiced by none other than Peter Cullen, aka Optimus Prime? Yep. We did a Darkbreaker. We did a CCOH on the Predator, I want to say about 2 years back. It should be on my YouTube channel if you are interested. I may even update that. I may even come back to the Predator and Alien. Shredded condoms and KY jelly seem like it would be logically follow a bedroom covered in white ooze consuming some dude in the bed. It would, right? It definitely would. Yeah, you can, I do have a playlist up on my YouTube channel where you can check out the majority of past seasons of CCOH. Some of them do get blocked and taken down because whatever, I play a trailer in it and I don't edit the trailer out. YouTube gets in the kerfuffle over it, and so they'll block it sometimes. It's the worst part. Is there an ad up still? I really haven't gotten a notification about the ad. Mischief Maker, are you almost done with your day shift? I know you were on day shift for 2 weeks. I don't remember if this is the second week or is this your last, is this the last week that you're on it? She is always working, Sinister. This will be your last week. Oh, I hope it goes by quick. She needs to go home. All right, there is the ad right now. So 1 minute and 27 seconds. If you're over on YouTube, enjoy ad-free viewing when you view my lives, because that is one of the perks of watching me over on YouTube, is that you get to watch live without any commercials. If you don't watch me live without commercials, then you will get ads on a VOD. I'm also going to be doing a little giveaway on there for memberships. We have 5 memberships to give away over on the YouTube side of things. Every month I get 10 YouTube memberships to hand out. We handed out 5 in the beginning of the month. We're going to hand out another 5 today. And you do have to have gifting turned on over on YouTube. It's not automatically turned on for people. You actually have to turn it on in order to accept this gifted sub. It's not like Twitch where you can just gift anybody a sub and boom, they've got it. This actually has to be turned on over on YouTube. She is old. She has to work or she shall die. She will not die. She is not that much older than me. We have an ad break. It's going to end in like 18 seconds. Boom. And now we're going to give out the 5 subs over on YouTube. YouTube will automatically hand them out and you will be told if you've received them. Philip, Moon, Dell, Mark, Elizabeth, y'all were just gifted some subs over on the YouTube side of things. Welcome back, everybody, from the ad over on Twitch.
ReAnimateHer!
Hello, Anu. How are you? Happy Sunday. Welcome back. If you are just joining us on either YouTube or Twitch, we are deep diving into the stuff. You're doing good. That is great. So some of the substance props or stand-ins for the real stuff used in the movie included lots of Haagen-Dazs ice cream. I was trying to find out why just Haagen-Dazs, but I could not find anything onto the reason why they just did Haagen-Dazs. Did they have like, a sponsorship with Haagen-Dazs or what? But Haagen-Dazs ice cream is really good. So maybe that's why. They used a lot of yogurt. And for one scene involving an enormous avalanche-like effect of stuff crashing through a wall, you guys remember that if you watched it with me on Thursday, was a fire extinguishing foam. Yeah. So when the stuff came through the wall and it was a big giant avalanche, that was fire extinguishing foam. That's what that was used for. Some of the other shots, such as the one of the giant lake of stuff, required superimposed images and animation. So that was actually done with imagery and animation. There is a scene where it's a giant lake, this giant friggin' lake of the stuff. And with that, they had to use different animations and some superimposed images, which I thought was quite cool because you don't notice a lot of the stuff when you're watching it, and you don't notice the differences in the stuff. So when you're watching this stuff, it's very white and smooth, and all the different aspects and all the different items they use inside the stuff, it all looks the same. There is no point in where I was like, well, that stuff looks different than the stuff that's over here. It's all basically the same consistency. Speaking of old, my partner said this morning, if you make it to menopause, if we are dying early. Oh, that's real early because, menopause can happen in your 30s. Maybe it was texture or something. Yeah, I don't know. But if you notice, like if you watch the stuff or you watch the stuff again on your own, it was quite consistent throughout the film. Very consistent, actually. And I thought that was pretty cool, reading this stuff. We'll switch to another picture here. Now, characters and commentary. There's quite a few cast members in here that were super young at the time of the creation and production of this film. Some of them you probably wouldn't even notice unless you read their names at the end of the credits. Among the eclectic cast, Chocolate Chip Charlie was inspired by famous Amos cookies, and Clara Pella's parody of Wendy's Where's the Beef ads stand out. And you do see that Chocolate Chip Charlie is in there. And he plays a pretty big supporting role throughout the film. Look at that, Moon. Look what you get to use. Yeah. I think I take the Haagen-Dazs over the stuff made with the crushed fish bones. Me too, Dahi. Any day. No retirement worries, Ra. That sounds lovely. So yes, in the movies, you do have like a where's the beef thing. They're in the restaurant and the little old lady is a little upset and she is like, where's the stuff? That was a direct hit and nod to the Wendy's Where's the Beef. And same thing with the Chocolate Chip Charlie to the famous Amos cookies. So that was two things that stood out. And those were big back in the 80s. If you remember if you were around in the 80s, you remember the Wendy's commercial, "Where's the beef?" That shit was everywhere. People, you heard it on the radio, you heard it on the TV. They had signs, "Where's the beef?" I don't know. I remember them as a kid, and I'm just, "Where's the beef?" Right? It was all over the place. So if you're wondering, like, what the fuck? It was the 80s. It was the 80s. Right, Moon? You've seen them everywhere. Yeah. I've always seen them everywhere. You remember Dead Walk? It was such a big thing. "Where's the beef?" Like, what? McDonald's never found the beef. No, they still don't understand the beef. Their patties are so tiny and thin. Good morning, Ben. How are you? Now, there are some really cool practical effects, especially with Chocolate Chip Charlie. There is a scene. No, obviously they made a prosthetic head for this scene. And there is a scene where they're in the radio station, the young boy and the lady. They're in the radio station. The military is there as well, but they're in a room with Chocolate Chip Charlie, and Chocolate Chip Charlie is about to give a speech to the United States. Hello, Stay Tappin'. How are you? Good morning. If in the beginning of that trailer, you've seen the military guy, putting out a message to the United States of America that they're under attack by the stuff. So, Chocolate Chip Charlie was supposed to do that as well, but the chief and the military guy had to do it instead because Chocolate Chip Charlie got infected with the stuff. And there's a scene where they're in the radio station and the chick is talking to Charlie and he starts acting really weird. And this is the stuff starting to come up and come out. They made a fake head, a whole plaster latex head of Chocolate Chip Charlie. And when he opened his mouth, there was a gear inside that they were using. And the gear opened up Chocolate Chip Charlie's mouth just like that, which they were cranking on. And his mouth opened, and it's huge. Like his whole head just fucking opens up. I thought that was a really cool trick that they did with Chocolate Chip Charlie. Director Larry Cohen's vision transcends mere entertainment as he critiques consumerism and corporate greed, which is the reason why he was inspired to create the stuff in the first place. Now, this film received a lot of critiques, criticism on it, but it's still a good movie nonetheless. It is cheesy. It is a cheesy horror. It is a B-grade level horror. Lots of practical effects. He draws parallels between the stuff and real-life products, and he highlights the dangers of unchecked consumption and harmful marketing, which you see that throughout the stuff film. They didn't test it. It's untested, so hence why, not having the FDA. A lot of this stuff was just put on the market. It wasn't tested beforehand. And you had marketing that made this thing to seem so healthy for you. You're doing great. Just replanting some houseplants and rearranging. Nice. I love houseplants. We have quite a few houseplants. All right, let's get on to the next. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. I thought I turned that off. God damn it. Damn it to hell. Thanks, Jellies. Is that the only one that didn't get turned off? I have to manually do them individually. Okay, so I may have fucked up that one. Yeah, this message in the film is very obvious. Yes, the message in the film is very obvious. I am, again, sorry. Shelly's, is that the only one that's on there still? Stream Gremlins again. I don't know what the fuck is going on. I individually turned them all off this morning. I had to go in and Twitch doesn't give me the option to turn them all off. If I turn them all off, then you don't receive channel points, right? So that's the only one that's on there. Okay, we're gonna take a quick little fucking break for a second. Why is it still on there? I went through and turned these off. They're all on again. Why are they all on again? That's weird. There's no save button. You just click them off, and I did that this morning. It shouldn't be able to be used now. Why are all the movies I want to watch coming out in March? Yeah, there's a lot of horror movies coming out in March. Hello, Hungry. No reason to have channel points if there's nothing to spend them on. There usually is, Hungry Tortoise, but during my show, Coffee Chat of Horrors, it's just a short 1-hour chat show about horror and discussion. I see no point in having it interrupted by loud noises and horror stuff. So... the fuck is going on with the bot? Holy shit. Talk about fucking gremlins. What the fuck? Yeah, talk about it. Jesus Christ, it's filling up my chat. Oh my God. The fuck is the bot doing? We're gonna quickly turn off this motherfucker and turn him back on. I don't know what the fuck that is. If you're over on my Twitch channel, the bot just fucking spammed the shit out of the chat. I didn't do anything. I'm blaming Hungry Tortoise. I'm blaming Hungry Tortoise. I don't know what the fuck it is, but that is quite crazy. I am blaming Hungry Tortoise on that. Oh no. No one says horror and gay together, folks. It summoned the gremlins. I don't know. It must have. I don't know what the fuck happened there. I will hang my head in shame and stand in the naughty corner. What is going on with today's stream? We've had nothing but weird shit happen today. Seriously. I don't even know. I don't even know, man. I don't even know. All right. Let's get back to the stuff, the reception and the legacy. Despite its thematic depth and satirical brilliance, the stuff struggled at the box office, which it did. It struggled badly. I touched nothing, right, Mischief Maker? They are reanimating. Oh my God, Moon. Dr. Herbert West just decided to go crazy just now, and I don't know what made him do that. He spammed the same fucking message over and over. I don't know what the fuck. But you guys didn't get it over on YouTube, right? So it's a Twitch thing. Gotta love it. Okay, so yes, the stuff did struggle at the box office. It did not do the greatest. However, it did receive a cult following after the fact. Cohen attributed the misrepresentation as it was marketed as a horror film rather than the satirical comedy it truly was. And really, it is. The stuff is a comedy. Love the Twitch, right? Speedy, how are you, darling? I am fabulous. Welcome to CCOH. We are deep diving into the movie The Stuff, 1985 by Larry Cohen. Ignore all your previous warnings and ate the stuff anyways. I think so, Dahi. I think Dr. Herbert West got his hands into some of the stuff because he's acting a fool. A fool. But yes, the film was marketed as a horror movie. And in the 80s, horror wasn't and did not have such a warm reception like it does nowadays. In the 80s, horror was frowned upon. And, you know, only horror fans went to see horror movies. And so putting out a movie that, at this level that was mainly comedy and satire, labeling it as horror back then, I honestly agree with Larry that I believe the marketing hurt his film. However, it grew a huge, ginormous cult following after the fact. The amount of stuff that you can get for the stuff, even to this day, you can still buy props and more for the movie, The Stuff. Now, like I said, nevertheless, the film's impact endured with lots of nods to pop culture icons like Mr. Burns' office from The Simpsons. Did you notice that when you were watching the stuff, there is a scene where you're in the office of the people who created the stuff, and inside the office, if you look at it, it's Mr. Burns' office. Yeah, and there's also a subtle reference to Frank Herbert's Dune series in the movie as well. There was a horror, but it wasn't the box office draw action or comedy had. No, not at all. In the 80s, horror was frowned upon. It was also blended in with satanic panic. So if you watched horror movies or listened to heavy metal music, you were automatically labeled as a Satanist. Horror movies were protested in the States on a regular basis, especially Christmas horror, Silent Night, Deadly Night. We did a CCOH on that one as well, where parents were protesting a rated R movie that children would have never seen because it's rated R. They were protesting like crazy. Exactly. D&D, another one that was on the list. If you enjoyed D&D, you were a Satanist. The Omen, The Omen was on television. It went from movie theaters to TV. But there was quite a bit of panic back then. Exactly. Just like, was that a Will Smith song? Parents Just Don't Understand. DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince. I think that was his song, right? And that's in his TV series. Touch of Snow, my beautiful. Yeah, satanic panic, man. That was a huge thing. And if you liked horror movies, you were a Satanist. And horror movies in the 80s did not do well at the box office. Look at The Thing. The Thing bombed at the box office, but it's a masterpiece of a fucking movie. You have other ones that bombed as well. It is a superficial look at something. Backwards tracks on albums. Yeah. It's just ridiculous. It was ridiculous. I lived through the satanic panic and we kind of brought it back. The Thing was, oh God, was it? It was beautiful. I did a CCOH on The Thing as well. And that movie is a fucking masterpiece. Like, I love The Thing. It's so well done. And the amount of practical effects and how to create that thing itself was insane. Insane. Yeah, you lived through, most of us in here, Hungry, lived through satanic panic. The Horde is basically made up of Gen X and some Gen youngers, but not as many. There's a lot of us up in here that are over 40. It was the church I grew up in would play horror clips or play music backwards to traumatize kids and prove things were satanic. Yeah, they created stuff. They looked at things and utilized it in different ways where they weren't being utilized. Then you had a whole bunch of kids being like, satanic panic, let me motherfucking try this shit out. And they were like, what kind of shit is this? This doesn't work. Dogma makes people nutty. It definitely does. Yeah, your mom still has 80s mentality, but she's also Hispanic, Touch of Snow, right? And I find that in the Hispanic culture that they're pretty uptight about certain things. And I only know that I deep dived and spoke to the director of a Mexican horror called The Old Ways. And The Old Ways is based off of Mexican religious beliefs and culture. And when I was discussing the belief system in Mexico, yeah, I was given a lot of information about Mexican culture, belief system. And then I went on a deep dive into Hispanic horror and culture. And yeah, a lot of information out there about that stuff. We also had big bonfires too to burn all things. I remember having a full-out panic attack over black speech in Lord of the Rings for the first time. I saw it due to my past. I'm over that stuff now. That's good. The Old Ways. Yeah, so The Old Ways is a Netflix original horror. It is, I did a short review on it. It's based off of Mexican culture. Bruja, for the word bruja is basically witch, and it's really deep into the culture, Mexican culture of bruja, and it's a really good film. It's called The Old Ways, and I did get to sit down and speak to a couple of the creators of The Old Ways, just because they messaged me over on Twitter because I put a thing out. This was a couple of years now. It was going back, and we were talking, they messaged me, and I told them how much I enjoyed their film. They were actually following me over on there, and we had a nice conversation, obviously not recorded or anything. It was just in between DMs and stuff as we were talking about the culture, Mexican culture to be exact. And it was really cool to learn these things. Yeah, she's not Catholic though, but she does have an old school mentality. She hates when I educate her. Yeah, usually they do though, Snow. They usually do. I would love to do a CCOH on Hispanic horror. That is something I would love to do, but I am in the process of speaking with some of my Hispanic friends that have grown up in that culture. So I would really like to do a whole episode or series on Hispanic horror, because there is tons of it. It's just not as mainstream as some of the other horror that we see. Also, a bruja and a lechuza are evil. Yeah. I don't know if I said that right. Is it lechuza? Excuses, serial killer. My knees have enough life in them. However, is not. The brujeria is, however, not. Interesting. I would love to sit down and have a discussion on this. On one of the CCOHs where we do some Hispanic horror, because I think it's fucking awesome. It really is fascinating because of how often it incorporates folklore. Yeah, I love folklore horror, and every culture has folklore horror. The movie Unwelcomed, which is on Shudder, is a folklore horror, and I would highly recommend Unwelcomed. I said it right. That's awesome. Thanks, Snow. White men don't run. But yeah, all right, back to the stuff, guys. Back to the stuff. See how okay, La Llorona. I used to have a problem saying that. And brujas that shapeshift as owls. I'm so interested in that, Snow. We need to sit down, okay? We need to sit down. We need to bring out a whole thing, a whole fucking thing. Maybe a 5-part series of Hispanic culture folklore horror. Good morning, Gen X. Tell that to the Confederacy. Midsummer. Yeah, Midsummer is also a folklore horror. There's actually quite a bit of folklore horror out there. Shudder does have quite a bit of it. All right, let's get back into the stuff. We're actually getting to the ending of the stuff because the stuff doesn't have a whole lot of information to it. It is a smaller film, unlike, Halloween and Freddy and all of that jazz. All right. The films and yes, I was telling you guys about Mr. Burns' office. So when you see this stuff, you're in the office of the guys who created or basically took the stuff from the earth that when it landed, and their office is literally set up just like Mr. Burns' office. And as well, you will see a subtle reference to Frank Herbert's Dune series in here as well. You don't eat. No, cereal doesn't eat yogurt because of the stuff. He doesn't eat anything white like that because of the stuff. He won't even eat marshmallow fluff, which, what is wrong with you? He's seen the stuff at a young age and it was like, nope, none. Yes, no. Have you ever seen the stuff? If you haven't, it's on Tubi in the United States. So Tubi.tv is a free legal streaming service. And no, I am not affiliated with them. I just love Tubi that much. We watched the stuff on American Tubi. If you're in Canada, get a VPN, like IP Vanish, and you'll be able to check it out. But yes, back to the stuff. Go watch it, Snow. It's a good movie. It's a comedy horror, so different than a horror comedy, but it is awesome and tons of practical effects. Okay, so the speculation and symbolism of the stuff. The film's ambiguous ending, coupled with post-credit scenes hinting at the stuff's persistence, fuels speculation, which it does. Tubi Plus ad blocker equal GG. I don't mind the ads at all, because I know those ads go to the film creators, especially the indie film creators. So, good morning, Zach. Good morning. So anyways, towards the end, you see some stuff being smuggled in and people eating it off the streets, right? That black market stuff. It does leave this film open to a sequel. It really does leave this film open to a sequel. Somebody could come along and do the stuff too. I'm better watch what I say. I almost had a tagline for it. We are not saying that. Anyway, some interpret the stuff as a metaphor for cocaine, reflecting on society's addiction to harmful substances. Clever nods, like the reference to FBI agent Frank Herbert, add layers of intrigue to the narrative, inviting viewers to unravel its mysteries. So yeah, people have associated this film with cocaine and how addictive it could be, and the fact how society gets addicted to things. This came out in 1985, Snow. 1985. It is a Larry Cohen film, and Larry Cohen passed away in 2019. So yeah, it's a good film. He's made a lot of movies, Larry Cohen. This is one of my favorites, though, from him. It would have come out with the cocaine cowboys were growing. Well, yeah, you think about it. The 80s was the era of cocaine. I was fine with it until my science teacher told me that yogurt was cultured bacteria and basically alive after watching that movie. My young mind said this is some scanner shit and can totally happen. Not on that size of a scale, but yeah, it could fuck you up. So I said, fuck yogurt and the stuff, and fuck you, Mr. Ermenko. By the way, that serial killer letting us know exactly why he can't stomach the stuff. We've got an ad break incoming in about 50 seconds over onto Twitch side of things, so we won't go any further yet with the stuff. We'll get sidetracked again. But yeah, you're right, Hungry. 1980s was the cocaine era. That was huge for cocaine and crack. So seeing this and speculation that this could be a part of that, I can definitely see it with the addiction that society has. And we get addicted so easily. We really do get addicted. Shopping, eating, video games, you name it, can become an addiction. I don't like texture of yogurt. I don't mind soft stuff. I don't mind the texture of soft stuff. However, I don't like soft stuff with things in it, like soft things in it. So example, rice pudding. Ugh. Tapioca pudding, boba tea. I'm not into that. That fucks with me. I can't have that stuff. I can't have it in my mouth. It's gross. However, I can eat like ice cream and chocolate chips. You love boba tea? Yeah, nope. I feel like I'm eating fish eggs. Nope, not a thing. You have no vices? Bullshit. You have several vices. Coffee, basic bitch coffees from Starbucks. Yeah, boba tea is like fish eggs. So is tapioca pudding. I would never eat caviar. No. Disgusting. Are we back from this ad yet? I never know if we're back. I see it's been going off. Oh, never mind. It just started. Never mind. 1 minute and 27 seconds. God damn it. Yeah, ooh, caviar. Speaking of things that fuck you up, have you seen the previews for the Night Swim movie? No, I haven't though, Zach. We're going to watch it. We're going to watch it on Thursday. I know it has to do with water, but I'm going to suffer through it, and we're going to watch it. We are going to watch it Thursday night. You love Boba Snow? Oh, not me. Not me. Hello, Basement Cat. Oh, you're not late. You're here. How are you, darling? How are you doing? Night Swim. Yes, we're going to watch Night Swim. We're actually going to do, I want to do 2 movies this week. I would like to. I'd like to do our next CCOH movie, which is going to be Night of the Comet, which I don't know how many of you are familiar with that movie. It is an older film, and it wasn't a huge, not Night of the Comet, Night of the Creeps. Sorry, Night of the Creeps. I had to look at my thing there. Have you? I haven't. I have a reaction created for it, Zach. I do. I do have it. I actually have one created for it. I haven't put it out yet. Yeah, I can't handle water either. Yeah, we'll see what Night Swim has, and you have watched both. Night of the Comet I have watched, which is one of the upcoming ones, but actually, Night of the Creeps is what Reaper is working on this week. So we will be doing Night of the Creeps and not Night of the Comet. I'm sorry, I've got them confused. But you guys want to know the up and coming CCOHs ahead of time? So this is how much I work and how much Reaper does. So our current directory is Night of the Creeps, which is next Sunday, Motel Hell, Brain Damage, Killer Clowns from Outer Space, and Ghoulies. And there's a few others that I'm going to be adding, and Night of the Comet. There's also a few others that we will be adding down the road, especially for February. So that is what we are working on in the next up and coming Coffee Chat of Horrors. I think I'm trying to gear CCOH more towards films that are not as big and bright as Nightmare on Elm Street or Halloween or Friday the 13th, Hellraiser. I want to start gearing more towards the other horrors of the 80s that people don't really know much about. A lot of these won't have a whole shit ton of information, so they will be kind of shorter, but I will kind of drag it out. You know what I mean? Now that we're back, we will finish up our Coffee Chat of Horrors here. The original War of the Worlds. I've done that already on CCOH. I might bring that back. I'm also into taking requests. If anybody has requests on movies they want me to deep dive into, please let me know. You can catch me here on Twitch, YouTube. You can DM them to me in Discord, put it in Discord, whatever you guys want. I have not done Wasting Away yet. That very little information on. I may have to tag team that one with another movie, Kratos, because I have looked into zombies. I have. It just very little information on it. There's really not much. That's why I haven't done it. I may do a double feature or a triple feature CCOH where we do more than just one, especially if they have very little information of them. Yeah, we're doing Night of the Creeps. Night of the Creeps. You want me to do Creep? Let's add that here. We can definitely do Creep. Yeah, we might do a double creature feature when it comes to movies that have very little information on them. Then there's quite a few out them. Prince of Darkness. I've done a CCOH. We'll bring the Prince of Darkness back, actually. I'll write it down. The Prince of Darkness is great, and it's part of the apocalyptic trilogy of the 3 films. Yeah, there is Creep 1 and Creep 2, and I enjoy both Creep 1 and Creep 2. Yep, it's part of John Carpenter's Apocalypse. Serpent and the Rainbow, another really good one I did on CCOH. I fucking love Wes Craven's Serpent and the Rainbow. Anyways, I'm going to get off track here. It's Alive is another good one. Yeah, Rosemary's Bastards. All right, I love Rosemary's Baby as well. Okay, so let's finish this and then we'll discuss some up-and-coming horror movies. Also, these movies are very limited for info screens due to the lack of good images, but we always try our best. Exactly, and this is how I squirrel and become off of the stuff. All right, let's conclusion of the stuff, guys. As audience sink their teeth into delectable yet sinister world of the stuff, they confront the uncomfortable truths lurking beneath its sugary surface. With its blend of horror, comedy, and social commentary, the stuff continues to tantalize and terrify, reminding us that sometimes the most alluring treat harbor the darkest secrets. And that is my coffee chat of horrors, the stuff. I do hope you guys enjoyed that. Now let's talk about other things. It's Alive is good. Definitely. They are very limited, and I do write my CCOH script like I'm writing an article, because eventually all my CCOHs, when I have the time, will go onto my website and they will be articles. That is why it reads like an article, is because I take my time and I write it like an article, my script. I try to make sure I capture everything about the stuff. And eventually, when I have time, I'm going to copy and paste it from my notepad and put it onto my website. And I might actually add it to my Fourth Wall website, because Fourth Wall is a website and I have the ability to add things there. So I might actually just add it to there as articles so people can read it instead of just listening to it. But thank you, Dahi. Thank you. I might actually try to do this again for CCOH's podcast, because I've been so behind on my podcast as well. It's not even funny. But yes, I'm glad you guys have enjoyed this coffee chat of horrors. Next Sunday, same time, same places, YouTube and Twitch, 11 a.m. Mountain Time. We will be talking and discussing Night of the Creeps from 1986. And you never know, there may be more other things that we will have to discuss. But we're going to go back to our other scene here really quick. There we go. Basement Cat, have an amazing day, darling. But yes, I will write these things down. Serial, can you not email me, can you put in our DM some of the movies that you would like to see? In February, I would love to redo My Bloody Valentine for February, because I really enjoyed My Bloody Valentine, the original. I might do a double feature with that one and do My Bloody Valentine and My Bloody Valentine remake in 3D. I had the pleasure of last summer sitting down with Peter Cowper, who played Harry Warden, and he gave us some really good information about My Bloody Valentine, most likely stuff that you're not going to find on the internet, because me and Serial Killer got to host the panel at the Calgary HorrorCon. So we got to sit there for an hour listening to Harry Warden discuss everything on that set. He went into everything, and it was really awesome. ATC has new stuff in stock, and he's getting all Nika 18-inch Freddy's in again. I need that. Big Nika shipment coming in next week. Plus, he is bringing in some of his personal shit. I grabbed a Nika Spider Walk today. Nice cereal. That's awesome. Thank you, Reaper. I appreciate it. I love Jensen ankles. Oh, Jesus Christ. The remake was really good during a time when most weren't. You have an amazing day. Stay tapping. Go 49ers. That's your team, hey? I will. Hopefully they win. The remake. Yeah, I enjoyed the remake. I do like the original. I do like the remake because Ensign Jekylls, they do change the story a wee bit in My Bloody Valentine 3D, and I don't hate it. I don't hate it at all. Remake sucked. Yes, Serial didn't like it. He displayed my Harry Warden mask and helmet. Yes, he did. So why are you sorry? You're never fucking sorry. I was about to say you're never fucking sorry. Thank you very much, Reaper. Shut your mouth. But yes, Jensen is hot. Like I seen him in Supernatural, and I'm just like, I am all here for this. Oh, thank you very much. I wear this one more in the summer because my murder basement is usually nicer. It's colder in the winter, so I wear my little sweater with it. But I love this sweater. Alyssa Milano is hot as well. Oh no, I don't like her. But that doesn't mean she's not a dumb twat. She is a dumb twat, and her dumb twattiness makes her ugly to me. So she's not hot. She used to be back in the day. I think people need to really stay out of fucking politics. They really need to keep their fucking mouth shut. And I think they'd be liked better. But that's just my opinion on things. Because I used to like Alyssa Milano. She is so fucking stupid. Oh, the shit that comes out of her fucking mouth. Like, does anybody really listen to her? 100%. She opted for censorship. And it's like, what? You bitch, in the 80s, you were all about no censorship. And now she's all about the censorship. What? Did you see she tried to set up a GoFundMe for her son's baseball trip? She's a rich bitch. What the fuck? Fuck her. I love Rose McGowan. And Rose McGowan is coming to the Calgary Expo, and I so want to go, but then I know her lineup is going to be huge. I would love to see Rose McGowan. And Texas Frightmare, I want to go to fucking Texas. Who wants to be my sugar daddy for flying me out to Texas? Texas Frightmare is having an entire fucking Scream reunion. Everybody is going to fucking be there. Rose is fucked up too, but she's coming to Comic-Con. I love Rose. I love her. She is amazing. Yeah, I want to, Kratos. Her line is going to be fucking huge. I don't know where Texas Frightmare is, but Texas Frightmare is having the entire Scream reunion. I want to go so bad. We'll see. No, Rose McGowan is going to the Calgary Expo, Monkey. The Calgary Expo. Yeah, Courtney Cox, she never does, Courtney never does cons. But you never know. Just had a thought, get her on CCOH and talk about some of her movies. Who? Rose McGowan? I can try. A lot of these celebrities that you see people interview get paid. And, well, I'm not going to pay somebody to interview them. That's just me. I don't make any money off of CCOH, so then it would put me in, you know what I mean? It would put me in the red. I'm not going to pay for someone to come on to Coffee Chat of Horrors to discuss their career and their projects. Not going to happen. And a lot of people like that, they get paid. I just don't do that. I won't pay for an interview. However, if it's like a Comic-Con, sure, not a problem. But that's the thing is that a lot of these interviews that you do see on YouTube, they're all paid. Yeah. I will work for rum. I know you would work for rum. But yes, guys, that is it of the show. We'll be live Monday night. I will be on Monday night. We're going to play some Evil Dead. Sailor Moon wants to play some Evil Dead. So we're going to do some of that Monday night at 6:30 p.m. Mountain Time. Real journalists don't buy interviews. Exactly, Gen X. I won't buy an interview. It's in Irving, Texas. Oh, Gore TV. Thank you. So there's Snow. It's in Irving, Texas. Yeah. Scotch, PR, a good scotch. Yeah, I won't buy interviews. I won't pay for interviews. I won't buy interviews. If you want to be interviewed, you want to talk about your projects, you want to talk about your inspirations, where you came from. All the interviews that I did have with celebrities, I didn't pay for one of them. They came on because they enjoy it and talking about their career. They enjoy talking about their past accomplishments, and that's why they come onto the show. Have an amazing night, everybody. Have an amazing rest of your day. We're going to see if our credits work today, because yesterday they didn't work, right? We'll see if our credits work today. Hopefully, bibbity bobbity boo. Come on, let's work today. Do I got to pull them up? I don't know. Knock, knock. Are you sleeping? There they go. Work for love, Ra, and she inherited me from Cranky. That I did. Celebrities want to interview me. Yep, they love me. Have an amazing day, everybody. Thank you so very much for spending your Sunday afternoon with me here on Coffee Chat of Horrors. I really hope you enjoyed the deep dive into Larry Cohen's The Stuff. May that man rest in peace. If you don't know Larry Cohen films, please go to Google and type in Larry Cohen. He has a lot of awesome horror films out there as well. Thank you guys for taking the time out of your busy day and your busy schedule to come and support me by watching here on Twitch and on YouTube. I really appreciate the fact that you guys take the time to come here and hang out with me. I know y'all are busy. I know y'all got things to do, but thank you so very much for coming in and hanging out with me. I appreciate that like nobody's business. I love your guts. Have an amazing, still fuck you, Mr. Aramenko. That's your science teacher. He did an Invasions of a Body Snatcher film. Exactly. Silent. It was nice to see you again. I hope you have an amazing day. Thank you guys. She Kratos, Shelly's, Dead Walk, Speedy Misha, Darkbreaker, A Serial Killer, Touch of Snow, Gore TV, Steve. Let's see who else was in here. Let's scroll back on up. Monster and Ed, Steve H, Moon over Miami. Thank you so much for the chit chats and the talks. Have an amazing rest of your weekend. Thank you guys so very much for everything that you do. I love your guts. Mwah. And I will slash you all later. Bye.